Last time you saw us, which was in Italy, which for you was last week, we'd visited 5 countries in 5 days to get to a friend that was actually in Nice, not Monaco. I thought we were in Monaco, he wanted we were in Nice, to have a beer with him. This is what happened when we left Italy. Right, come on then Emma, let's tell them what happened.
You make you a bit of room to sit down.
I need to make sure they can see us.
There's fans everywhere.
I think they can see us there. Right. Let me and Dave's across. We're going to tell them what happened.
It wasn't even in Nice anyway.
Where were it? It were in Nice.
No, it was near Nice, but it wasn't in Nice.
So we've gone from Monaco. It wasn't in Monaco to
it were in some
Nice.
village. What
Near
village
Nice.
called?
I don't know.
Oh, I don't know.
That's bad,
It
isn't
was
it?
a nice little village though, wasn't it? It was beautiful.
It was gorgeous, yeah.
It was absolutely beautiful. And it was great for me to actually catch up with my friend because he's a bit camera shy, so I'm not going to say his name, but it was great for me to catch up with him because I hadn't seen like him. I've never been on holiday with him. I've never seen him when abroad or anything like that. And like, because he's travelling constantly all over the place.
Yeah, travels all over
the world, and we never get a chance to catch up. And the last time that I'd seen him, we had a reunion for our like university reunion, which were fantastic. After 20 years, wasn't it, since I'd left? Maybe even, I can't even remember. Yeah, 20 years. And that was the last time I'd seen him. So
I don't even know what day it is.
It was really good to just like be in a different environment with somebody that you don't normally see in that place. Like, and the places that he took us to.
Oh, it was amazing. So when we got there, it took us, and I'd had my beer, it took us on a night out. Now, we've never found France, have we? We've never been able to find.
We don't know where it is.
We don't know where France is. As you know, if you've watched us before, like,
it's always shut.
It's always shut for us, isn't it?
Always shut.
I'm eating my own hair.
It's always shut.
And yeah, so it was like, oh, I'll show you like this place. And so we went out for something to eat. And when we got there, there were like all these umbrellas. People were singing, dancing.
Multicolour umbrellas all over not the sea, like the streets, like lining the streets. All these umbrellas. Absolutely beautiful.
Oh, it were epic, and they were like, it were almost like 40s type vibe to it, wasn't it?
Very
like
40s. They had like 3 women singing, all dressed up in kind of like that, you know, sort of more, I'd say more 50s style dress, but singing a lot of the 40s style songs and stuff, and then some of the like French songs in there as well.
I don't know if that's kind of your typical French night out, because like I say, we've never found it. It's always been absolute silence. It felt
like you were a part of something that were really local, but not uncomfortable. Do you know what I mean? Like, not where you'd just walked in and invited yourself to something, which we've had before when we've gone to these street parties.
Yeah, it was just a restaurant.
It felt like it were like really local, but really like all the locals had got together. The whole village basically was there. It wasn't touristy, was it really? The whole village were like there. Everybody were having a meal in this restaurant outside, all little restaurants all around. And it were just, there were, you know, like an elderly couple dancing and doing like jive and stuff like that. And
it were very cool.
Just
And then the day after, it took us to see some of the most epic views. So we went up this like little kind of pathway and up to this like epic view. So it was just absolutely.
That was beautiful. I was really tired
incredible.
though. Right, that took me a while to do that, but it was beautiful when we got up there.
And then I made a massive mistake because I presumed that where Nice is here, Barcelona's here. I put a little map up so you can see, and I thought, oh, you just go around corner and you're in Spain, like you're in Barcelona. Emma wants to be in Spain. We'll just nip round corner to Barcelona. Looked at my sat nav, 10 hours, 10 and a half.
He literally said to me,
hours.
It's going to be like 10 hours.
Oh,
and
no.
I said, what do you mean?
She's going to go mad.
It's meant to be like a small journey to the next place. Like, it's on the way. You kept saying it's on the way. And then we've got this, like, massive, massive journey to do. I mean, we'd had a nice rest while we were there, weren't we? You'd been swimming in like a lake.
Oh, in like, yeah.
Best park up.
Yeah, so we had this park. So, yeah, the park up. We're in front of, like, this guy's house. And we were a little bit like... our friend had kind of said you might get away with it for a night, or you might
Quite
not.
strict in that area, wasn't it?
Anyway, the guy came out and he was lovely, and he said, listen, he said, if you have any problems, if you get told to move on, he said, just come and speak to me. He said, everybody knows me around here. And so we were really, really welcoming, letting us stay. But yeah, the park up were just epic, and a little walk down and you came to this river. So me and Emma and I's friend went and we had a
Which
good
was
swim.
all great and lovely and relaxing and chilled out and having this fantastic time and seeing all the local area, and then he's like 10 hours to the
10
next
hours,
one.
boom. Right, we actually need to head off, so we'll continue this conversation in the front. So then we headed south to the south of Spain-ish, didn't we? Towards Cartagena, because it was Emma's birthday.
It was my birthday!
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Emma. No, because I was singing, you've interrupted me. Happy birthday to you.
Hey!
Hip hip. Hip hip.
Went to a fantastic night market there, very similar to kind of what you get in Ibiza at Las Dalias night market, but much smaller scale. But it was really cool, wasn't it? Really nice.
Well, good, yeah.
Just outside of Cartagena at the port. If you just sort of type in on the sat nav like hippie market near Cartagena, it brings it up.
They had like a really cool band on. We had some food.
Best food though, wasn't it?
Oh, well, nice.
So nice.
And
so
then
nice.
from there, then it was too hot. So then we went back up north.
Yes.
To where did we go next? Oh, to that where there's that Muriel park up.
Yes, yes.
So this is the thing. This was kind of the first real example we wanted to show you, which is a regular haunt for us. So we have filmed it before, but you can stay at this park up for 3 nights, and it's just. I mean, it's a really tiny little community. There's not much to do there. A couple of bars, cafes, that kind of thing.
I've got to look it on my phone because I can't remember what they call it.
You find it because it's well worth if you're ever in Spain.
Motilla del Palanca. There you go. Motilla, it'll be Motilla. Motilla del Palanca.
Yeah, that place. And yeah, and it's just what the community put on. You find this all across Spain. I know a lot of people have often said, where do you find park-ups when you're in Spain? Everywhere.
Oh yeah, it's so easy. Oh, it's so windy here.
Oh, you're going to get blown away, you.
Really
like
windy.
A little kite.
We've literally been red hot and had absolutely zero wind at all. And I don't know what's happened today. It's like some massive storms coming or something. Really windy.
So yeah, that park up were just epic. So we went to that just to cool down, basically. And the temperature just dropped there. It was just easier to sleep on a night. And then we were going somewhere else. And we stopped, and Emma just sort of suddenly went, oh, look at that. And I said, oh, let's go there. And it turned out to be unbelievable, didn't it?
It was literally, let's stand in this bit so we don't keep getting out wind. Nobody's going to be able to hear what we're saying. Oh.
We've just got a coffee. We're literally blowing away.
We had to cut it off then because it's so windy, it's unbelievable. I've never known anything like it. It's like some kind of storm. It's really, really windy. We sat underneath cover and it's still really windy. But anyway, yeah, Chinchilla, we've never been there before. Definitely go back there again. Most beautiful park up that I've ever seen. Really welcoming, really cheap prices. Absolutely fantastic. We took a walk up into the town as well and had a coffee up there. All the bells were going on the church and stuff. Beautiful architecture everywhere. Just really traditional, small Spanish village, but absolutely beautiful. Fairy lights all over the place. It was just stunning, really stunning. And one of them places where unless you just stop off somewhere, you're just driving past and you're like, oh, that looks all right, let's stop there. That's why we never plan anything, because you get to see so many places that otherwise you just won't see and you don't know what to expect. If you plan it, you know what you're expecting, you've looked at pictures. We don't have a clue what we're coming across when we're going to these places, but Chinchilla, amazing. Definitely go there, definitely.
I'm getting blown away. So yeah, as I said, like, we were just one of those places as we were driving past that we just spotted. But the best thing about Chinchilla is, again, there were a park up that were specifically for motorhomes and camper vans, same as the last place, Monty, whatever Emma said it was, with the Muriel. This were yet another designated massive car park just for motorhomes. And the best thing about Chinchilla is it's got a bar that's in the car park that's specifically for motorhomes. So we sat and had a couple of drinks there, and again the temperature were just really, really nice and cool. We've had to come back in the van because it's like a hurricane out there. It's messing my hair up. So we did a couple of random kind of stop-offs, park-ups that we were just kind of finding throughout, basically because we were trying to avoid the heat. So we were sort of zigzagging all over really. So we stopped off in this like lovely little village, got an ice cream, just a tip, I can't remember the name of it to be honest, and found a bit of a shady spot to park for the night under a tree. So that were one night. And then we kind of looked at the map and randomly found a place called Le Tour.
So we arrived in Le Tour just looking basically because it had this beautiful outdoor water area, and I thought, oh, that'd be a great stop off. You can go, you can get a wash, get yourself sorted. And when we got there, well, it was just devastating, absolutely devastating. It was basically had Storm Dana that had hit there. I'll let you look back at the footage and see exactly what had happened. So we've come up to a place called Le Tour in Spain, and ignorantly we had absolutely no idea that this was part of the floods, the flash floods that happened on the 29th of October last year. We've come up to actually come and swim in like a little wild pool that there is here, which there's no access to anymore. There's like red tape absolutely everywhere, and we've just been doing some research into it, and it's absolutely devastating. They've had to destroy, completely demolish 13 houses, and that's growing per day as they're starting to try and empty some of the houses and rebuild them. Quite a lot of families are still not, living in their own homes and are living out of the area with like family and friends. There were 6 people that died as well. You will have seen it, I'm sure, all over kind of Instagram and, TikTok, things like that, all over different social media channels last year. And it were completely and utterly flooded. There were cars sort of going down the streets. So at the moment, as you walk down, there's these big wooden barricades all the way down the street, obviously just in case it happens again. And what happened was the river burst its banks that fills this natural pool here. And it completely flooded this area in like a flash flood. People were having to get on the roofs to be able to take, sort of cover from being washed downstream basically. And it's completely and utterly destroyed the old town. It's completely destroyed the natural pools, which obviously, as you can imagine, has also destroyed the economy. And as a result of all of that, the properties are continuing to sink. So they sink by about 5 millimetres every year, which doesn't sound like a lot, but they're really concerned that that is going to be massively increased now because of these floods and the effect and the damage to the area. As you go around, we'll sort of show you some footage with no microphones on, so I know the volume won't be great, but this is just because we were expecting to just get a little bit of B-roll while we were here. This is like a bit of a relaxation for us to come and kind of step away, but we felt like we really needed to kind of come on and show you this and show you what's happened to these people and how, they're really struggling. And as we go around, there's like little handmade items all over the fencing from like local people and children, just in kind of commemoration of everything that's happened here. So it's just really devastating to see the impact, to be honest. The reason that we wanted to kind of come on and show you what's happened here is in the hope that some of you will be able to donate and contribute if you feel like you want to being able to help this town to come back together. This isn't a tourist destination as such. This is a small little town. There's only 1,000 people that live here anyway, and you can actually, there's a way of doing it on the GoFundMe page for Le Tour for the Dana floods. And also there's like a special t-shirt that you can buy where the proceeds go to Le Tour to be able to help with the rebuild. So we'll put those links, we'll find them and we'll put them into the bio so that if you do want to contribute anything you can do. But I just think, if this were like a seaside main resort, the rebuild of this would be so much faster. This is likely to take, say, until 2028. It's just devastating. I mean, look at these views. Absolutely amazing. And you could sit out on this balcony and they'd have like music and be able to watch the sunset. It stayed open until early hours of the morning. And now it's just completely like desolate everywhere while they're trying to get it all back to where it's meant to be. But the views are absolutely spectacular. Absolutely, I've never seen anything like it. It's absolutely spectacular. Just look at that. What a place to be able to sit out. But it's just destroyed so much. It's so sad. So sad. You used to be able to walk down to this bit and now you can't get down there anymore because of the damage. But just look at how beautiful it is.
Just absolutely devastating what's happened to this little village. There's a real community spirit to try and get it back on its feet. Yeah, it was just absolutely devastating to see that little village. Like, looking back, we didn't capture it fully just because it felt a little bit awkward, like filming it, if that makes sense. Like, it felt a bit like you shouldn't really be filming it. Like, it, I don't know, but we captured what we captured. But yeah, if you can donate to that little, because it's just a beautiful, beautiful village.
I don't think there's anything more we can really kind of say about that. I think when you come across something like that, and especially when you're not expecting it as well, it really is really devastating. It's really upsetting, and there's no else we can really say about that. So yeah, where did we go next? Anyway, we moved on to Portugal.
So we're just getting hotter and hotter and hotter in Spain, to the point where it was like 44-degree field temperature through the day, and then I looked down one night when I was driving, because I've been driving at night because it's cooler, and it said 38, and it was like 10:30 at night, and we were just like, can't do this. So we're having to leave Spain and head into Portugal because it's like 10:30 at night and it's 35 degrees. There's just no respite at all from the heat. When we've looked at the weather forecast for Portugal, it's very hot in the day obviously, but it drops considerably on the night. So we're going to head into Portugal, sort of spend a week into Portugal, then come back into Spain, where it should then be cooler on a night. It's just looking like this week for some reason. It's just so hot. We are still battling the heat. We're about 4.5 hours away from Portugal. It's currently 38 degrees. We're just trying to get over to Portugal because it's cooler on a night there, and it's just not dropping at all in Spain. It's just dropping to like 33, 34 degrees on a night, and it's impossible to sleep. We're all suffering, we're all red hot.
So the reason that you're watching a kind of look back and you're seeing where we've been and what we've been doing, and reason why kind of some of our vlogs are going to be in real time, not in real time, and are being a bit all over the place, is because I'm trying to use this time to get some rest. Anybody that watches the channel regularly, boring, but you'll know that my health is not fantastic. I am awaiting a pretty serious diagnosis at the moment and trying to just kind of get on top of my health and my conditions. And so I'm wanting to make sure that I do have some time while we're over here to properly rest, recuperate and get well again. Hopefully that's not going to interrupt anything that you're watching. Don't really make a difference to you, fingers crossed. And I hope you've enjoyed watching this as well. So next week we will be...
So yeah, next week's episode will be in Portugal. Hope you've enjoyed this episode. Thank you so much for watching, and always remember to keep writing your own story. Catch you next week.